Why haven't you switched to iPhone?
Because uh, I don't like what Apple stands for. I don't like their operative system, and I don't like that they bully people into getting Apple products.
Bully people.
Bruh. We're gonna get into this for real. How long have you had Apple?
Let's see, 2015, 2015.
What did you have before?
Oh, you know those small ones that fit in your like tiny pocket of your jean? You remember those?
Like an iPod
Singular
Nano?
wireless, T-Mobile, just non-Apple stuff beforehand.
And what made you switch to Apple?
My mom bought me an iPhone. I was like, all right,
so,
I'll switch to
so
iPad.
it wasn't even your choice.
No, it actually wasn't.
Do you use Apple products besides your phone?
No, just the iPhone.
And you're an advocate for Apple? Bruh.
Probably not the best. Like, I would never buy the headphones. Like those big ones, never. I would
The
never
Beats?
buy. No, I think they're Beats. No, they're
Or-
dedicated Apple headphones.
Hmm.
See, I don't even know the name.
But you like the Apple phone?
Yes. Maybe if we
And-
keep it between the phone ecology of this discussion, then it'll probably be more fair.
Yeah, no, we'll keep it. We'll keep it with phones. So for the past few years, I like people give me a hard time about my phone because I'm an Android user, and I don't even go for like Samsung anymore. I like Pixel. I've had Pixel phones since what was it, 2019, I think. It's been like 3-4 years ish. And I like my Pixel. I mean, I got a Gmail account. I use Google Chrome. I got Google Homes around my house. Like the same way Apple users or iPhone users have everything through Apple, and they have an iHome and whatever. It's the same way for me, except with me, it didn't even begin as like, oh, it's a Google product, I have to have it. It was more of like, it was just there. It's easy. It's simple. It's free. So I'm gonna have it. I mean, I feel like most people have a Gmail account. Google Homes, I think I got one for free, and then I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. It's like a Google search, but it's like a speaker as well. Whatever. But the green bubble, dude. The green bubble, debacle, or whatever you want to call it. For years, people will text me and immediately get angry because I give them a green bubble instead of a blue one. And so it's like they immediately know that I'm not an iPhone user. And it's like, oh, you don't have an iPhone? And I'm like, no, why? Oh, well, you got the green bubble. And I'm like, yeah, so. And apparently it's a thing. It's a big thing. It's such a big thing that people will cancel dates because you don't have an iPhone. You're talking on
Really?
Tinder,
Oh
you're talking on Hinge, whatever. You get each other's phone number because you're hitting it off. You're like, yeah, I wanna take you out to eat some steak tonight, and here's my number. And it's like, hey, baby, do you wanna just come to my house instead? And then you say yes, and then that green bubble appears, and it's like, ew, get out. I don't want to talk to you. Lose my number.
Okay, that's a little extreme. But,
Yeah, that is extreme. But I have heard stories of people like being denied because of the green bubble.
I've given friends a hard time.
Oh, I get a hard time all the time.
I think I mean, at least when I do it, it's more of just a joking thing.
Right, and I that's fair. I feel like a lot of people do it in a loving manner, like a joke. It's true. I'm not. Anyway, when when Amber and I got married,
Is she an iPhone user, by the way?
she is. She doesn't care for it, to be honest.
No.
But the rest of her family uses iPhone. And here's something, and I'm not. This is not coming out of spite or ill intent or anything like that. But her mom, around the time we got married, she was talking to me about like the family group chat.
Yeah.
And she was saying like, yeah, we'll let you know about this and that through the group chat. And then she looked at me and she's like, we would add you to it, but you don't have an iPhone. So, you know, we don't want to get rid of the blue bubble or whatever. And I was like, it's fine. No worries. Like Amber would tell me anyway. So it's not like a big deal. And I'm like, it's less group text for me anyway. So that's always a win for me. Like, I know that's a small thing, but like, I feel like this happens in real situations where, you know, people talk about the green bubble, they get angry about the green bubble. And basically, if you're a teenager that has an Android and then you want to be part of a group and you try to get in a group text and then you have this green bubble and then they're like, ew, you have a green bubble. Like we're going to kick you out of the group so that we can keep our, you know, blue bubble chat. And it forces people to cave in and go get an iPhone just so that they can fit in. That's why I say bullying. To me, it's a form of bullying people into getting an iPhone.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't appreciate it.
All right, I see that. I mean, it's still their choice in the end. If they want to be influenced by peer pressure, that's on them. You know, keep your green bubble. It's fine. I'm not I mean, I could, the reason why, and I think a recent video I watched is the whole, you know, text security, whatever. There's more security in iMessage, right?
Right.
At the same time, I mean, what kind of message are you gonna send that you need encrypted and stuff? You know, it's not like you're handing out nuclear codes, or maybe you are, or like password to your nudes folder or something like that. Maybe like pictures, that could be it. But
I mean, maybe, but so here's my point. According to all these tech people that I've been like watching and listening to, Apple. So there's when text messaging was invented, we had the SMS.
yeah.
Which stands for, no, I can't think of the name. Like everything just went out the window right now. SMS is a single messaging. What is it?
Short message service,
which is the oldest type of messaging that you can do, right?
Yeah.
Once the newer phones started coming out, then we switched to the MMS, which is the multimedia messaging service, which is basically what we all kind of use, right?
Yeah.
And that's what allows us to send long text messages without it splitting into like, you know, several different messages and stuff like that. Which is great. Now you can send pictures and stuff like that, and you should technically get good quality. But now, Apple, for some reason, I don't want to say that they're stuck there because they're doing this willingly, but they have their iMessage, and then everything else is stuck in SMS. So instead of allowing like other services to be able to send an MMS or anything like that, they keep on SMS, which is why you get the green bubble with it. And so what Google did is they created the RCS texting. What is it? Let me look it up real quick. RCS. Yeah, it is RCS. Let's see. RCS. Texting. Which stands for Rich Communication Services. So now Android phones, you're able to do everything iMessage does. You're able to react to texts. You're able
I saw that
to,
recently. That was cool.
Yeah, like so you can basically do anything with it. And basically all these other phones and platforms and OS operative systems, they're all in the same net, but Apple won't do it. Apple won't get RCS. They're stuck with their iMessage. And I know why they're doing it. It's because the minute they cave in, people will stop buying iPhones, because it won't matter anymore whether or not they have an iPhone, because they'll still be able to get that blue bubble and be able to see when people read the message and when they're typing, yada yada yada. And so it's like, that's my rant. Like, bro, like iPhone, you're supposed to be like, innovative and inviting and welcoming to everybody. Like, you're supposed to be this like massive good corporation that is welcoming and green and whatnot. But instead, you're allowing people to force non-Apple users into getting an Apple phone.
Is it though? Are they really forcing them?
Yes.
Are they telling you need to buy an iPhone?
No. This is a thing that is happening only in the United States. If you talk to anybody outside of the US, like if you look at the numbers, and you can Google this, like I'm not going to show it because I don't want you saying that I have wrong information. I want you, the viewer, to look it up and see what the majority of people in the world use. And you will see that Apple is actually lower than anything else. But if you look it up in the US only, then Apple users climbs up to like, I think it's like 70 or 80%. Because I don't know, the society, because we live in a society. I don't know.
Gosh.
But you go anywhere else and, like, I think an argument would be, well, let's just get an app that we can all utilize, right? That is able to do that for everybody. Well, we do have the app. We have WhatsApp. We have Discord, Telegram, Slacker, I think, does the same thing. So we do have all of these apps that help us interact one another with different phones. But nobody does it. Nobody is going to download WhatsApp. Nobody's going to download Slacker. Nobody's going to download Telegram just to be able to talk to the one person, that has an Android phone.
All for a color.
What?
All for a text color.
Yeah, all for a freaking bubble color.
Okay.
What the?
What's wrong with that? I don't see a problem. Okay, let me tell you. Okay. Do you like the HOA?
The Homeowners Association? Mm-hmm. No, I hate it.
Do you think they shouldn't tell you how to treat your house?
No.
Why? Because you own that, right?
Yeah, it's my house.
So you shouldn't have to look like the same other houses.
Right.
That's what pretty much Apple is doing. Right? They have their own community, right? Apple,
right.
And they can do whatever they want with it. If you don't want the HOA, then don't live there.
I don't. And honestly, I feel like this wouldn't be a rant on my side if people didn't complain to me about bubbles. I do not give a crap. With my Google phone, with my Pixel, people that have messages on Android, and I'm able to see when they read it, when they're replying, and yada yada yada, and be able to react to my message. Yeah. I love it. It's freaking awesome. But anybody that doesn't, I don't really care. And there are people that do have like Samsung phones and Motorola's and Pixels that disable that capability. And the color is different too. We go from like a nice dark blue, like a royal blue, to a light blue when you don't have the same service, when you're not, when you're not plugged in or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
it's not a big deal to me. Honestly, I don't really care. It's just as long as we're having a communication, that's all I care about. And same thing with group messages. It is a little annoying that when somebody likes on an iPhone like my message, it sends it to everybody like this person liked this text.
Yeah.
And it just gets repetitive. And I get that that's annoying, but at the same time, it's like, cool, whatever. Like somebody will like it. If there's 5 people, then 5 people get an extra text, and that's it. Like, what's the big deal, right?
Yeah.
It's the people that take it a step further and they bully you for it, whether it's like jokingly or not. I feel like there's still a small part of it that does affect us non-Apple users, and there's a part of Apple users that like they mean what they're saying. Like they really want you to have the blue bubble, and they legitimately get annoyed to see the green color. I'm not saying my friends do or anything like that, but I have run into people that are of this sort. So anyway,
interesting.
That's my rant.
I mean, the only place I'm seeing the word bullying in this whole like argument is Google.
What?
At least Google's the one coming out with these statements about bullying. Maybe it could be because it's affecting their sales and they're noticing.
I got it from Marques Brownlee, actually. And he uses an iPhone.
Where did he quote that from, though?
I don't think he quoted it. I think he just was talking about it.
Oh, he's quoting himself? Or like that the whole idea is bullying?
Yeah. Or at least that's what it seemed like to me. So technically I'm quoting him in using the word bullying. And maybe I should change that, because I don't feel like it's a hardcore bully, but it is a sort of like, I'm going to make you feel bad for not being at the same tier as me with my Apple phone. Like, I'm going to make you feel bad because you have a green bubble. And so now you're going to feel like in order to fit in, you need to buy an iPhone.
Yeah, I could see that. Like that shouldn't be, I don't know. I mean, that shouldn't affect you.
Right.
A confident person shouldn't be affected by that. At the same time, Apple might as well do it. They should. You might as well do it.
Do it, Apple.
But
just do it. Just do it. Yesterday you said tomorrow.
But I mean, in the end, it's just the color. There's the argument is more psychology based.
Yeah, I would say so.
But I mean, for kids, if it affects kids, then that's a problem. Think of the children.
Yeah, think of the children.
Oh man.
I don't know, but what do you guys think? I mean, I'm assuming most of the people that watch the podcast are Apple users. Is my thinking too extreme? Like, am I exaggerating when I say the green bubble and blue bubble thing is cyberbullying to an extent? Or do I have a point? I don't know. Let me know. Let's argue. Let's talk about it in the comments.